Am I the a-hole for hiding with my stepdaughter after my in-laws said I disrespected their culture by refusing to let my stepdaughter marry a man twice her age? I am 46 female. My husband is not originally from my country. He came here with our daughter after his first wife died. She was 9 when we first met. We are very close. She was a lovely child. She just turned 18 2 weeks ago. My in-laws came to visit us 2 weeks ago. I noticed something was off when they started talking about her now being ready for marriage. They said it in jokingly way at first, like they were testing her reaction. She just laughed it off. But they started hinting heavily that my daughter started getting uncomfortable, so I told them to stop. They didn't like that and told me she wasn't my daughter, and I got upset and told them if they don't stop, they can leave. I told my husband and he backed me up and told him enough of that. They ended up arguing, saying they want to take my daughter back to their country to marry a man who's looking for a wife in his late 30s. They told me I was being disrespectful to their culture and I need to understand. My daughter was shocked and said she will not go back and marry a man that old. They told her she's grown up spoiled. I threatened to call the police and my husband said he will deal with it. He left with his parents. When he came back, he was quiet. I asked what happened. He said he had sorted it out. Me and my daughter started getting threatening calls from unknown numbers. We told my husband he got us to change numbers and we also had to shut down our SM. Then my daughter said she felt like a man from her culture was watching her while she worked. We told my husband he went to where she worked but he didn't appear again. Then 2 days ago, my husband came home looking stressed and sat my daughter down and said maybe she can consider the marriage. She got rightfully upset and I got angry and packed my bag and told my daughter to as well. We are now staying at my cousin's house and we feel safer than at home. My husband has been ringing and texting and asking where we are, but I won't tell him. He said I can't keep his daughter from him. I do miss my husband and he's saying to come home, but I refused, and my daughter feels the same. I just feel confused and hurt. Am I the a-hole? I'm sorry, but it's 2024. Just because things are cultural and people did things, in certain cultures and they were traditions for a long, long time does not make them morally right. Forcing women, especially young girls who do not want to be with men, whether it's a man her age or a man twice her age, it's not right. And this is a good stepmom. Am I the a-hole for not showing our son to my husband after birth because he left me when I was pregnant? I'm 34 female, my husband 36 male. Job requires him to stay away from home for weeks, even months because of traveling. I had found out I was pregnant when he was away for a month already. I thought he would be very happy. We were trying for a baby and he always wanted to be a father, but he didn't say anything. After a week or so, when he came back, he was furious at me. When he had gone for the trip, the next day, one of my old school friends, who's a photographer now, came to town for some reason. He wanted me to show him around the town so he could snap some pics. He had said it's not for work, but the town looks good. He might be able to make some good stuff out of it. I was very happy to see him. He's not an easy person to get a hold of. I drove him around the whole day. I had hugged him before he was going back. Someone had snapped a picture of the time and had sent to my husband. Later, I found out it was his aunt. She is one lazy, single, and bitter woman. She puts her nose in everything. So this is what happened when he was on his trip. The day he came back, he was furious at me. He said I was cheating on him. I explained everything, but he didn't believe me. I had also tried to contact my friend. He had disappeared again. Husband's aunt came to our house and said that the authentic necklace my friend gifted me was proof that I was selling myself to rich guys behind his back. This caused a big fight with her and me. I told him it's not like that at all. It's probably not even very expensive from the country he bought it. It's just a souvenir. I'm not cheating on him. At the end, no one believed me. My husband kicked me out of the house. I was crying mess by then. I requested him to let me stay the night. It was going to be dark soon. He said he's sure the baby isn't his. He wasn't with me for a month. He can't see me right now, and I will be getting the divorce papers soon too. With that, he had pushed me out. I had seriously thought I was going to fall and get hurt. My parents were out of town. I didn't even have any trusted friends in town whom I could stay with the night. I didn't have any money on me the time either. He knew all this, but still closed the door at my face. I called my brother who lived in the other town. He drove 4 hours straight. I was sitting on my house door this whole time in the cold. He ignored me this whole time. When my brother reached there, he looked really angry. He might have done something to my husband if I hadn't pulled him away, saying I was really cold and need to get somewhere to stay ASAP. After that, husband went totally no contact with me and my family members. I can only get a hold of him through his coworkers, Ali, but he told him that he just needs some space to heal. He didn't ask about me throughout the whole pregnancy, but he did make posts about his wife cheating on him on Facebook and posted pictures with random girls. I don't know who they are. He never answered my texts or calls. He wasn't there at the birth of my boy. He didn't come home even after 3 days, even though I made sure to inform him. My brother had to go to his house and bring him. Then they did a paternity test, and surprisingly, it's his. Who could have known? Well, isn't she a joker? He's apologized since then. I haven't showed him the baby yet. I don't think I would. He's saying he made a mistake. He really loves me. He will make it up to me. I told him I'm not buying it. He says I can't keep his baby from him. It's his baby. He has a right to see it. I'm not the a-hole for keeping his baby away from him. I don't think she's necessarily a-hole because I thought this was in your baby. And the storyline of my friend came to the town and I went to go show him around. I mean, why isn't that believable? Unless she was like a cheater or a liar before, that's totally believable. Believable, I meant to say. Like someone you know could come into town. Is he her bodyguard? He's not even in. Her husband wasn't even there. So how would he know if she was cheating or not? She could show her friend around. A quick hug is really not that big a deal. Anyways, if I were her, I would not let him see the baby for a while.